संसार समुद्रतार नौकायिताभ्यां गुरुभक्तिदाभ्यां वैराग्य साम्राज्यद पूजनाभ्यां नमो नमः श्री गुरुपादुकाभ्यां नमो नमः श्री गुरुपादुकाभ्यां नमो नमः श्री गुरुपादुकाभ्यां कुंडलिकुमारी कुटिले चंडी चराचर सवित्री चामुंडे गुणिनि गुहारिणि गुह्ये गुरुमूर्ते त्वां नमामि कामाक्षी गुरुमूर्ते त्वां नमामि कामाक्षी गुरुमूर्ते त्वां नमामि कामाक्षी। बोलो जगन माता की जय। बोलो सद्गुरुनाथ महाराज की जय। Divine love, bhakti. People may not have bhakti or divine love, but if they start working towards the preparation that we talked about before, Narad Rishi said, now I will expound bhakti to you. So whether a person starts off as a non-believer, as an atheist, but even if he starts off as an atheist, as a non-believer, when the mind starts gaining quietude, when the mind starts becoming silent, the vastness, the expansive awareness that God is starts to shine forth. And that vastness, that expansive nature of awareness makes the person humble, makes the person grateful, makes the person have reverence, and somewhere slowly a type of attachment to that vastness, to that expansive aspect of awareness starts to occur. That attachment slowly becomes dependence. That dependence eventually becomes complete surrender. And that complete surrender is divine love, is bhakti. The preparation is the key. It is absolutely paramount to know when the true self speaks and when the false self takes over. It is so important to have a taste, a little taste of the true self to be able to drop the false self. Hence, without preparation, divine love or bhakti cannot be experienced. It can only remain as a concept in the mind. And then the bhakti happens through the mind. And then the bhakti starts, and then the mind starts posing a condition of bhakti happening according to how the mind thinks the bhakti needs to happen. And that exactly is what kills bhakti. Because bhakti is to revel in full acceptance of what is. And mind is to continuously pose the condition of what should be. So when the mind is not out of the way yet, the bhakti happens superficially. it never goes to the depths of the being. Actually, it never comes out from the depths of the being because something blocks it from rising up, and that something is the mind. Hence, preparation is the key. Hence, Narad Rishi says, now I will expound bhakti to you. Without dropping the mind, the divinity within, the bhakti, the divine love, the attachment to that which cannot be experienced through the five senses, cannot become steady. Hence, preparation is the key. So Narad Rishi starts off by describing what is Parabhakti. What is the Swarup of this Parabhakti? He talks about how it is Parama Prema Rupa. It is the ultimate love. And then he says, Amrita Swarupacha. It is sweeter than nectar, indescribable. The sweetness of bhakti is indescribable. And when a person imbibes the Parama Prem and the Amrit Swarup Bhakti, or the nectar-like devotion, what does that person become? He becomes a Siddha. He becomes a Tripta. He becomes Amrit himself. He becomes Atmaram, not Vishayaram, Atmaram. His dependency upon the pleasure that he derives from the senses coming in contact with the world starts falling off naturally. Because now he has tasted something that's beyond the senses. So very naturally, Bhakti Janani takes that child that she picks slowly away from all the outward expressions of vikars. And that person starts reveling. And that reveling within is called Rama. Yasya Brahmani Ramate Chittaha Nandati Nandati Nandatyeva. Such a person is Anandit. Hence he is Nandati. So he becomes Atmaram. He revels within, in his inside world. And as we talked about how Karma Yoga, Jnana Yoga, Dhyana Yoga, all of these require initial intense effort to get to the destination. But Bhakti, the journey itself, sadhana avastha itself, gives you the bliss that a Siddha experiences. That's why it's Amrita Swarupacha. And such a person very naturally moves towards a state of no outward reaction. Responses are still going to be there as long as the worldly life continues. Response is conscious, reaction is compulsive. So this compulsive behavior of reacting, unwantedly reacting to situations, naturally, slowly gets better over time. As the bhakti increases, the natural outward reaction of the mind starts to slow down, because the mind becomes so content with the inward expression that it finds no joy in outward expression anymore. Right now, the mind may not know the bliss that's hidden in inner expression. Hence, it looks for gratification outside. Hence, all the outside reactions and outside expressions. Ravan was a great tapasvi. he controlled his senses. He subdued his senses and did tapas for many, many, many years. For many years, he controlled and completely subdued his senses and did tapas. Once the tapas was done and he had superpowers, all the senses took revenge on him. And then they went all out on him. And we know what happened eventually. So Mandodari eventually says to Ravan, all those times that you subdued your senses so ruthlessly, they have taken revenge over you, O Ravana. Hence, you have no control over what you want. Because now they are against you completely. So instead of creating these really rigid, ruthless, unkind ways of dealing with the senses, Narad Rishi says, Bhakti Janani, if you take refuge at the feet of the Divine Mother as Bhakti, very naturally, very gently, very effortlessly, she will take you away, far, far away from all your vikars. The mind has never experienced the bliss of inward expression. Hence, it looks for gratification outside. It is but natural. Treat your mind with kindness. Understand why it cannot revel within. Because it has not explored the dimensions within. For the mind to turn inwards, you need to listen some more, and yet a little bit more about your Isht. From mindful, you have to become mindful. The mind that was full of dispersed, scattered thoughts now needs to be filled with one thought, the thought of your Isht. How can that happen? That can only happen when you invest time in eating your Isht. Not literally. The mind has employees, which are the five senses. Adi Shankaracharya says, I'm going to use my eyes and I'm going to do your darshan. When my eyes get tired, then I'll sit and listen to your glories. When my ears get tired, then I will sit and do your puja, do your seva. When my body gets tired, I will offer you naivedya. And that taste, I know, because you are that within me which enjoys. Bhogini, Bhuvaneshwari. She is Bhogini. She is the one who enjoys within. Your Isht is the one that enjoys within. I will eat for you. When I am getting tired of all this, I will lay down in your lap. So when we start using all our senses to feed the mind from mind full of dispersed, scattered thoughts of all kinds of people, starts becoming distilled into one thought, the thought of your Isht. So it is very, very important for the mind to be able to turn inwards. It needs to be fed the inward knowledge. So reading books, reading Bhakta Charitra, I wouldn't even say intellectual books, reading books that have simple stories of devotees, how devotees in their utter surrender, in their blind faith, not even blind faith. It is a very firm faith, how they led their lives, how they lived in Sansar, reading Bhakta Charitra, listening to the glories of your Isht. Whenever you have ample amount of time, sit and do puja. Don't try to scramble puja in between your daily schedule if you're going to feel rushed. With whatever time you have, spend that time in love. So continuously feeding the mind through the senses. Only one kind of food, the thought of your Isht. Little bit of mantra jap, little bit of visualization on the form, little bit of listening to the glories, little bit of speaking about your Isht. All of this will make the mind mindful of only one thing, your Isht. Then every thought that rises from within will be full, saturated with the love of your Isht. And that is how we start moving towards inner expression. And when this happens, slowly the outside expressions will start to lose their hold on us. That is what Narad Rishi goes on to say, that the desire to have para-bhakti cannot be classified as a desire, because a desire is that which never dies, which always has an offspring. We may have a desire to have a car. Then comes the offspring. Oh, I want to have this kind of car. Then comes another offspring. I want to have this color. Yet another, yet another, yet another. So a desire always has an offspring, like Rakta Bij. One drop of blood falling on the ground would give rise to 1,000 other Rakta Bij. Similarly, one desire that gets fulfilled propels the mind towards 1,000 other desires. So Narad Rishi says the desire to have para-bhakti cannot be classified as a desire. Reason being, nirodharupatvat. It is that desire which is, the essence of this desire is nirodha, to stop. To stop what? To stop all kinds of vrittis, all kinds of vikars, tendencies, all the desires, the petty desires that rise can only be subdued by one desire. And since this desire doesn't bring upon further desires, it cannot be classified as a desire. The desire to realize your true self, the desire to have para-bhakti, the desire to have moksha, these desires are like fire. They consume all other petty desires. That's why it is the only desire worth pursuing. All other desires that rise within the mind need to be dropped willfully, with understanding that if I continue to have and foster only one desire, which is the desire to have para-bhakti, my Isht will take care of these petty desires for me. That firm faith that I don't have to open my mouth and ask my Isht, I have these petty desires. All those petty desires are taken care of. When you go to a king, you need not worry to ask the king, oh, I have my family with me, can they also stay with me? Can my family also eat with me? Can we get extra towels? These are all petty desires when you're at a king's place. But this king is different from all kinds of kings, because this king, the Lord within, he is so compassionate that the one who goes to his refuge, he loses himself in that love and makes that devotee himself or the king. No king will ever take us, no matter how much we love and respect them, and put them on their throne. But this king, this empress that we are in love with, Rajat Kripa, Rajapitha Niveshita Nijashrita. Rajapitha Niveshita Nijashrita. Nija Ashrit. The one who is truly at her feet. The one who is truly surrendered. To such a person, she makes them Rajapitha Niveshita. She puts them on her own throne. Rajapitha Niveshita Nijashrita. So this desire to have Parabhakti is the only one worth pursuing. All other desires may rise in the mind, but just like fleeting thoughts, let them also fall away. Let them rise as many times as they need to, but let them all fall away. Only and only fuel one thought: to have Parabhakti, to become divine love, to ooze divine love from every pore of your being. So bhakti is nirodha rupatvat. And all the vikaras of the mind that we continuously keep trying to fight with, keep trying to control, keep trying to subdue, so naturally with bhakti, they just become non-existent. Initially, something that you had to subdue so hard cannot take hold of you, because now your mind is full of the thoughts of your Isht. Oh Vikaras, leave my mind soon. All these days the Master wasn't there, which is why it was your playground. Now I'm calling out my Master. I'm calling out my mother, and I know she will come. And once she comes, she will have no mercy on you all. Not because she is unkind or she is violent, because it is her place to be. Where have you come and taken place in here? This is her place, and it is but obvious. If you go and start encroaching upon other people's houses, they will have to drive you out. I have started to call out my mother, and I know she will come. So you better leave on your own accord, or you will be destroyed in her presence. So the vikars of the mind naturally leave us. That's why bhakti is amrita swarupacha. That you don't have to sit and subdue. You don't have to torture yourself. It all happens very naturally, slowly, very naturally. Bhakti Janani teaches us patience, forbearance, contentment. Ya Devi Sarva Bhuteshu Tushtirupena Sanstita Namastasyai 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 Namo Namah. Trusting this desire with all your heart, fuel this desire day in and day out. It is but a thought, but give it so much power that it manifests. Any thought given extreme amount of power over time has to manifest. That is the unfailing law. Knowing thus, O mind, desire only for divine love. Desire nothing short of parabhakti. Desire for bhav. This bhakti, Narad Rishi says, is Ananya Bhakti. Ananya Bhakti, as in, one of the explanations of Ananya is to have your firm faith in one form of God. And once you fall in love with one form, all other forms of God, you know, are emanation or refractions of light emerging from your Isht, from the form that you love. When I look at Hari, when I look at Lord Shiva, when I look at Krishna, all I see is the Divine Mother in her various forms. This also comes with time, slowly. Have full faith in Bhakti Janani. Complete faith, complete surrender. And our job is to propel and fuel just one desire, to have Parabhakti. To have that Prema Bhakti towards God. And even if you pick a form, you may be unsure if this is the form that you have prayed to all previous lifetimes. If you pick a form with the firm faith that, Hey Prabhu, guide me to my Isht. If you are my Isht, let me fall in love with you. If from my previous lifetimes I have prayed to some other form, reveal that form to me. Give me love. Give me prem bhakti towards that form. And have the faith that it will emerge. Ananya Bhakti. But the real meaning of Ananya Bhakti is, I don't depend on anything or anyone except you, O Divine Mother. Your Isht is that pillar of strength in your life. No one else can give you the refuge, the protection, the love that you need. When you receive love from others, to you, you know it is the Divine Mother's love expressing through them. When they give you security, you know it is Divine Mother's security expressing through them. You just stop asking others for help. Your first point of reference always becomes your Isht. You first want to ask your Isht and let go of the desire. And the Isht will propel you from within to reach out to the right person. And when you do reach out to the right person, there will be no more doubts in the mind. Because it will be such a perfect combination. Ananya Bhakti. Mother, I don't depend on anyone. I'm not going to ask anyone. I'm yours. You know what's best for me. I don't want to ask others. First, I'm going to express my desire to you. And then as and when you inspire me from within, I will ask other people. But to me, there is no other person. This is the third aspect of Ananya Bhakti. That all names and forms are you, Divine Mother. It is your play. It is your divine play that's happening around me. Sometimes you get angry. Sometimes you're frustrated. Sometimes you're happy. Sometimes you're mad. Sometimes you're sad. It's all you. It's all your expression. I'm not going to be fooled anymore, Mother. Oh Mahamaya, I know it is you. I know the very essence of this entire creation, with all the people, all the things around me, everything. You are that Chideka Rasarupini. You are that Rasavastu, like in a necklace of beads. The beads are all different, but they're all into one place by the string. You are that string. I have come to realize that. There is no one out there, there is nothing else out there. Everything is a refraction of the light emanating from your presence within me. All my thoughts are movement of energy emanating from you. All my desires are concrete forms of those thoughts. Everything I have is your energy. So much so that I don't even exist anymore. It's all you. It's all your play. It's all your glories. All glories to you, Divine Mother. All glories to you. Because you alone exist. This separation that I create, wherein I say you and I, is only so I can enjoy this courtship, so I can enjoy this spiritual romance with you. In essence, I am you, I am you, I am you. But to enjoy bhakti, to enjoy this spiritual romance, to enjoy this viraha, I create this two-ness. But in the deepest of my hearts, I know, I experience, I realize you and I are one. I am you, I am you, I am you. But the time I spend in duality, I'm yours, I'm yours, I'm yours. I love you, I love you, I love you. So the distance that we create in the oneness is to experience love, is to experience bhakti. And this duality that we create gives us a chance to experience Amrita Swarupachu. What is this Amrit? What is this nectar of devotion like? So, O mind, do not question who is this? What is this? Why the two-ness? Why Mother is one? Who am I? You come into picture to love the Mother. And then you dissolve in the Mother and you become one with her. Then again you step out. Every time you step out only to love her. Only to enjoy this spiritual romance, wherein you dance in joy and proclaim, I am hers, I am hers, I am hers. I love you, I love you, I love you. And when you are one, there is nothing to say. There is nothing to feel. Everything just is. O mind, you just are. This play of oneness and duality is the entire creation. Why be so worried about this creation? Why suffer? Why not consider this as your courtship with your beloved? You separate, you suffer the pangs of separation, you sing some songs of viraha, you sing some songs of love, and then you come back and become one. Then you again separate, then you again enjoy. Let this hide and seek with your beloved be the courtship. There is nothing more to it, O mind. There is nothing more to it. Be in love when you're two. Be when you're one. Jagannata, Pahimam, Pahimam, Pahimam.